For today's Cyber CEO episode,
Rome, who's our Cyberbacker, on all of our team meetings. So she's always there virtually. I mean, our Cyberbacker, Rome, I tell her all the time, she's like borderline genius. So she picked up a lot of what we're doing very quickly. It's incredible. We just love you. And we're so grateful every day for you.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest coming back to the show. Jenny, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for coming back to the show. I know you have a lot of things to do. Really appreciate your time. Now, what we wanted to do was to talk to you more about your Cyberbacker experience mainly, and of course, virtual leverage. Now, for everyone's benefit, how long have you been partnered with Cyberbacker, Jenny?
We have been partnered, I think, about 10 months, so just under 1 year.
Okay, so under a year, almost a year. There we go.
Yeah.
Now, how were you introduced to the idea of virtual leverage in the first place?
I had some agents in my office that had partnered with Cyberbacker and had a positive experience. And we were at a place in my business where we needed some more leverage, but not really knowing kind of where that lied. And so I just kind of jumped into learning a little bit more about what virtual assistant would look like. Mm-hmm. To be honest, I was super skeptical, but glad that I dove in to find out because it's been an amazing experience.
Good to know that you're having a great experience with your Cyberbacker, of course. Now, what were your first thoughts then? As you mentioned that you were a bit skeptical when you heard about virtual leverage. What were your first thoughts about virtual leverage anyway?
Well, culture of my team is super important to me. And I was a little bit skeptical that you could build culture with somebody that you didn't see daily in the office or that was, in person here. I have found that to be false, but it was a really, I thought would be a hard transition to really get that virtual assistant or virtual person on the team as part of the team. And that is a very important part of what we do.
There we go. Again, the culture is very, very important for any kind of business, any part of the team, of course. Now, talk to me about that. How did you do the transition? How did you transition, of course, working with people that you meet, that's what you mentioned, every day. Now you're working with someone virtual. How did you first establish that?
Well, we learned we had to be very intentional about what we did. And so we include Rome, who's our Cyberbacker, on all of our team meetings. So she's always there virtually. Yeah. The operations director on my team actually meets with her, I want to say daily, at least 3-4 times on video chat so that we are visually connecting. And then also we're texting all day. So we've included it in our team group chats. We sent her some swag, so she had the team merch, and little things like we sent her a picture of our office, and so behind her on Zoom, she's in the office. So just as many little things as we could to really integrate her into what we were doing. And it's taken time, like I said, and then intentionality, but I think we've done that well.
There we go. Now, you talked earlier that there are numerous video calls, texts back and forth. How crucial is communication in a virtual partnership just like this one?
It's everything, really, the communication, because, when you start working with them, you realize, we have a cultural difference. We have a location difference. It's nighttime when she's working. It's daytime here. And so to really teach or to integrate her into what we're doing and for her to be a huge asset to our team, there was a lot of learning curves, to learning our contracts and our flow of business. And so communication is 100% key to being successful with the virtual assistant, really with any, but for sure, somebody who's not physically right here.
Absolutely agree with you there, because you're already working with someone who's thousands of miles away. If you don't really make the communication work, then I don't think the partnership is going to work too, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan.
worse. Now, about that plan though, how about setting proper expectations? I believe this is something that's very important, especially in the beginning of the partnership, right? Now, how do you set those expectations properly? Again, with someone who's virtual.
Yeah, I would say Cyberbacker helped me a lot with that, because it being the first time hiring somebody virtually, I was kind of going blind into it, but they helped, so much to set up the job description and the job expectations and that 30-day, 60-day, 90-day to really kind of jumpstart us. So once we kind of got the plan and that system, then we just kind of fell into rhythm with that, and have continued to do that throughout. And then just like I said, communicating with your cyberbacker to find out, do you feel okay? Do you feel confident about this? And not rushing the process, really taking time to learn layer by layer, so that nothing is left out.
Yes, again, they're just proper planning, expectations during the beginning. Now, do you still remember, let's say the first conversation that you had with Cyberbacker, you had to create somewhat of a job list or a job description for your potential Cyberbacker. Now, you have that list, and how about now, 10 months after, has that list changed or has it evolved so far?
I would say that list is still there, but we have added to it a ton. So once we kind of realized, our cyberbacker, Rome, I tell her all the time, she's like borderline genius. So she picked up a lot of what we're doing very quickly. And I could tell that she was somewhat bored on some of her day, like she was looking for more to do. And so over time, we've built out more and more systems and included her in the process of building them, and then had her kind of join. So I would say their initial job description has probably tripled, but in wonderful ways. Yeah.
Gosh. Now, a lot of success so far in just the 10 months that you've been working with Rome, your cyberbacker. So one of the things that we love about working with clients like you is hearing about great results, of course, that you've achieved ever since you partnered with Cyberbacker. Now, these success stories could be very, let's say, inspiring and educational to a business owner who wants to dive into virtual leverage. Now, can you tell us about one of your biggest wins ever since you started working with Rome? And if you have any data or any metrics that you could share.
Yeah. So so when Rome was first hired, she was hired to do all of command for us. So basically manage our entire database and learn it, get it in a good system and a rhythm, which she did very quickly. So before we hired Rome, we were not consistently sending emails or texts or anything to our database. We are now doing that monthly, 3, 4, 5 times to different groups in our database. And that's all thanks to Rome. She's organized it and got us a really beautiful system. Once she kind of had that down, we integrated her into our MLS. And so now she's putting in all of our listing input and handling a lot of that. I would say the biggest win, those are huge wins, but we ended up building out a really wonderful contract to close system with Rome. And so I was paying a third party vendor to do every transaction. And now we've been able to bring that in-house, which is tenfold. It helps financially the team in the shifting market that we're in right now. It helped kind of cut some expense, but it also helped us ramp up our production, and our service went up 100% in that area because we were able to bring it in-house and really have, probably double the amount of touch points with our clients with Rome's help. So it's I can't even put into words or metrics the amount that she has added to our team and the production of our business.
Gosh, and imagine in just a span of 10 months, the success of the partnership that you have with Rome. Imagine what you can do, let's say, in another year's time or 2 years' time too, right?
Right. It's incredible. I'm always in awe. Every month we're going, oh, it's your month anniversary. And it feels like she's been with us forever. And she's probably accomplished more work than I've accomplished in 9 years in this 10 months as far as putting systems together and really, really helping with our flow of business.
just seems to me that you've already found your perfect fit, perfect cyberbacker right there in Rome. And now, for sure, once we have this uploaded online, she's going to be able to listen and watch this. So I was wondering, before we end today, do you have any special messages or quick shout out to your rock star cyberbacker, Rome?
Absolutely. Rome, you know how much we love you, and we know you know how much you contribute to our team every day. She actually won Guru of the Year in our team awards, and she really is that. So we just love you, and we're so grateful every day for you.
Now, we are very excited to see the continued success of this partnership all throughout the years. And again, Jenny, thank you very much for coming back to the show. I hope we can get you back here again to talk to you more about your experience with Rome.
Anytime.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of Cyber CEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.